is episode 8, Van Leeuwen. We're having honeycomb and malted cookie dough shake. So we'll start with company background, try the couple flavors, and then ice cream news. Let me do the company background, and then I have some concerns. Company background, Van Leeuwen. This is from their website and from Wikipedia. So we started Van Leeuwen Ice Cream in a yellow truck on the streets of NYC in 2008 with a mission to make good ice cream that makes you feel good. As of December 2004, they had over 70 ice cream parlors located around the country. I read in one article that they bring in like $300,000 a day in revenue or something crazy like that.
What?
Van Leeuwen Ice Cream was founded in New York City by brothers Ben and Pete Van Leeuwen, American with a Dutch dad, and Laura O'Neill, an Australian living in America. As a sophomore in college, Ben worked for Good Humor Ice Cream, selling packaged ice cream products out of a truck for $500 a week. So Ben had some experience doing this before they went on their own and did it. They raised a total of $60K from friends and family to buy 2 used post office trucks on eBay and to outsource production to an ice cream factory in upstate New York. They followed a recipe from Michelin star chef Thomas Keller's book, Bouchon, to make vanilla ice cream, and then they just outsourced it and sold it out of a truck. Apparently he would like drive up in his Subaru or some kind of wagon that he had to upstate New York, pick up the ice cream, and then just drive as fast as he could, like had it on ice to get back to Brooklyn where they were selling it.
That's amazing.
Multiple times a week. So here's a couple of snippets from their website. Van Leeuwen's is French ice cream, and what is French ice cream? Eggs. Plenty of them. Turns out when you use twice as many egg yolks as the standard ice cream, you have to call it French ice cream. Fine by us, because whether it's using more eggs or having to legally change our name, we'll do anything to make the best ice cream on earth. Hyping themselves up. Their motto is, we make good ice cream that makes you feel good because life without anything good is bad. But nowadays, people can spend so much time on what's, quote, healthy, they don't stop to consider what is actually healthy. As far as we're concerned, happiness is healthiness. I like that, too.
They're at least clever.
So they're clever. Good is choice ingredients, even if we have to go to Mount Etna to get them. Good is simple ingredients. If it's tough to pronounce, it's probably tough to digest. Couldn't agree more with that. We like that a lot.
What's on Mount Etna?
Mount Etna? I don't know. It sounds like a faraway place where you might find some sort of rare spice.
It's just like a turn of phrase. It's not like where they're getting their products.
Not where they're actually
What are they getting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mount Etna.
I was like, is there like special cows there?
Yeah, it's where they get their Earl Grey tea.
Very, very, very free range.
So free. A little too free.
So French ice cream is different than French pot. Like Grater's is French pot. This is French.
Yeah. Apparently this is just tons of egg yolks, and it gives it a particular texture, very creamy texture. But then the French pot ice cream, that's the Grater's, they put it in these metal pots, a French pot, and then it's beaten.
There's like a difference, I think, in fat content, or I thought it was eggs, between like custard, gelato, and ice cream. And then like frozen yogurt, because like they're all similar ingredients, but like I'm pretty sure gelato has an even higher fat content than ice cream. I always thought it was the other way around.
Really?
And custard, because I thought custard was supposed to be like eggier.
All right. So while we're here, let's get to the bottom of this now. So ice cream, gelato, and frozen custard, while all frozen desserts, differ in their ingredients, churning methods, and resulting textures. Ice cream is generally lighter. Gelato is denser and smoother due to less air. So gelato is super premium ice cream, or premium probably.
Right.
And frozen custard is richer and smoother due to egg yolks. So frozen custard is more French ice cream. It would sound... I'm just speculating. I don't actually know the answer to this, but gelato is just like super premium ice cream. It's churned at a slower rate, so it incorporates less air, resulting in a denser, smoother, and more flavorful texture.
Which basically sounds like what Grater's claims to be.
Like
we'll have to consult the, what was the International Ice Cream Association?
They actually make an appearance in our news section today. They're holding an event. The International Dairy Foods Association is hosting the Ice Cream and Cultural Innovation Conference, April 1st and 2nd in Fort Lauderdale. I think we have to go. I was going to save that until the news section, but since it came up.
Let's go!
I feel like we're obligated, and I feel like they're obligated to sponsor us, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
We'll reach out to them.
We'll reach out to them. Well, I'm kind of waiting for people to reach out to me, but either way. Commence. Let's start with the honeycomb, I feel like. We'll have the cookie dough, denser, chocolatier flavor second.
The one we really want.
Exactly.
Spoon time.
Spoon time. First, I guess we'll read the description. It's honeycomb ice cream. So this is from Ben, Pete, and Laura. So it's not made from honey. Despite being called honeycomb, it's not made from honeycomb at all. It's actually a crunchy, chewy caramel candy that's popular in Australia, which happens to be where co-founder Laura O'Neill is from. And it says, that all might seem confusing until you realize that ice cream is also made without ice. Your whole life has been a lie. I like that.
That's
These guys
what I
do
was
have a
reading.
good sense of humor. All right, here's their little seal of protection. It's great. It says, "Dear mouth, comma, enjoy. Sincerely, Lid."
They're funny. Wait,
are
but
funny.
mine doesn't say that.
What does yours say?
Nothing.
Oh, what the hell? I like the color a lot. It's very cream colored.
Definitely
Lot of
looks
nice
like honey,
little
not
flecks in
caramel.
there. Yeah.
It's
Right on.
very light, like compared to graters. And is this your concern? I'm guessing
It's my concern. It's my concern. I'm concerned about it, but all right, let's check
it's
on
pretty
flavor.
good. It's really sweet.
Really sweet.
Really
But the
sweet.
vanilla flavor is very good.
You can definitely taste the eggy custardness.
Yeah, it's very like whipped butter texture, like very light. I do like the little caramel things. They're nice and crunchy.
They don't taste like honey. They also don't taste like caramel.
Really good crunch to them. I'm a fan of the crunch.
If they took like 10 grams of sugar out of this, it'd be really good. I feel like the other premium ice creams are denser.
All right, so nowhere on here does it say that it's premium or super premium. Whereas you'll notice that even all these ice cream proudly trumpets the fact that it is super premium ice cream in accordance with the International Dairy Association standards.
Interessante.
We'll wait to get into it fully because I have numbers to back this up. And my frustration with those numbers is like really preventing me from enjoying this. The flavor's very good. I would give it a good score on flavor.
I would say the vanilla is also unique. If I tasted this blindfolded, I could, now that I've had it, and you lined it up next to other vanillas, I think I could probably tell that this was this one's, because it is definitely, it tastes like a custard. It's super eggy. Like, you know those
Yeah.
milkshakes in Philly we used to get? It tastes like that.
And also,
But it
like,
is very sweet.
I was going to say, this is like eating candy, not ice cream.
Yeah.
Especially like the crunchy candy stuff in there, which
Like,
isn't
I'm already
necessarily
thirsty.
bad. I am already thirsty as well. I do love candy. Yeah, it's okay.
It's ice cream.
It's ice cream. It's certainly not favorite day.
I was just about to say,
but-
at least that took the words out of my mouth.
But like, if that's where we're coming from, so let's have the other flavor before, because I like am really having trouble not getting into the numbers.
I also just want to point out they didn't put premium or super premium or even claim to be gourmet on here. However, if you look at the lid, it says TM. They trademarked a life without any good is bad. So they're like not above going to work for things, just
They're
not premium.
They're not above tooting their own horn, but they would not go so far as to make a claim that could be challenged in court. Do you want to rate this now, or wait till we have the other one? And
Let's wait till we have the other one.
Okay.
Although, all right, let's do an immediate rating and then we'll circle back.
So the flavor I like, although because it's so sweet, it's hard. I couldn't eat a lot of this.
Yeah.
I would give it like a 7 flavor.
It's
good.
Yeah, 7. It is not the worst. It's not even just like one step up from least favorite day. It's good ice cream.
This
It's
is
just
good.
too sweet
Yeah.
for me.
What are the categories? The texture, on the one hand, I really like the crunch. I think the crunch is very good. But
It's not a special crunch though.
It's not a special crunch, and it's so light. I don't like the whipped lightness.
I think if you have chunks, it either needs chunks or swirls, whatever. It needs to either contrast or complement, and this does neither. It's more of the same.
Let's give it one more category.
Sugar content too high. Daily score. If we had the daily score, this would be
Yeah.
like a 4.
So I'm gonna give it a sugar content score of way too high in terms of how happy we are with it.
Vomit.
Yeah, I would give it like
I guess not vomit, but like
Ew.
angry.
like it's not good.
The mad emoji that isn't red, but is angry.
Give it a 3 for sugar content because it's too sweet,
Yes.
or a 2. It is too sweet. For too
Branding, really good.
sweet. Branding, yes, not necessarily the high point, but I'm looking for. Branding, their little mottos, their humor.
Their mottos.
It's like a 9 or a 10. I'd give it even.
I think there's the best branding so far.
They spent a lot of time and effort on their branding.
But to be honest, at least they didn't claim things they couldn't back up.
That's true. And you know what? Here's the ingredient list. I love this. Cream, milk, cane sugar, egg yolks, tapioca syrup, coconut oil. Don't love coconut oil, but what can you do? At least I can pronounce it. Vanilla extract, sea salt, baking soda. So I'm going to give it like a good quality score. Like that's an 8 or a 9 quality.
Yeah.
Like that's
Wait,
really high quality.
You don't like coconut oil because of the flavor or because it's bad for you? Is it bad for you?
I don't know if it's bad for you or not. I just know that it's really, really shitty for the environment to like produce.
I
and
didn't know
harvest.
that. That's super good
I don't
to
know. Maybe I'm making that up too. Now I'm doubting myself, but I feel like I remember reading somewhere that coconut oil, bad.
You know, like, now I, like, always get stressed out drinking water when I'm eating because once you told me that, like, it isn't good for your digestion because, like, your saliva helps break down your food. So now every time I, like, reach for water when I'm eating, I'm like, shit. Like, I can't get it out of my head. And I tell other people. Yeah, my brother told me, so I didn't fact check it at all.
It's probably true. I'm telling you now. I'm basically a doctor. All right, let's try the other one.
Kids would love this. Okay,
Kids,
let's try the other one.
very popular with children, if you have those. My cover on this one doesn't have anything for me.
Losers.
So this is malted cookie dough shake. You want to read us the description on that one?
Sure. Nothing makes us happier than this malted cookie dough shake ice cream, malted ice cream, chewy cookie dough, generous amounts of dark chocolate chips. It's the shaker pint you've always wanted if you wanted a pint of malted ice cream, chewy cookie dough, and dark chocolate chips. Ooh, this has got like a hole.
Yeah. I like
Not
it.
good. Oh.
Oh, yours has a hole in it?
Not a hole, but like, remember Grater's was like, you could see it over the edge?
Over the edge. So we'll get to all of that. I've been
Like,
really
I'm just
holding
saying,
back.
there's like a ring around the edge.
Yeah. You are
All right, but I see.
not getting too much bang for your buck on this.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Is the cookie dough malted too? Mm-mm. The cookie dough tastes funny.
Normally I kind of like I don't love the malted in this right off the bat. I wish it was just vanilla.
Oh, the chocolate chips are pretty good.
The chocolate chips are really good. The cookie dough is good, but a little too sweet.
You know what's crazy? I mean, I'll compare one of the other ones, but I don't even think this is like more sugar than other ice creams. I don't know why it's tasting so sweet. Oh, but there's less ice cream in here.
Uh-huh.
But you're paying the same amount. Okay, I see why you're going to get angry.
So, this is pretty good. It's too light. It's too fluffy. I love cookie dough. I love chocolate chip cookie dough. I normally like malted stuff. I'm not loving the malted. It doesn't really complement the cookie dough. The flavor is a little muddy.
It says malted ice cream, but the ice cream tastes like vanilla to me. I taste the malted in the cookie dough.
Let me take a flavor of a bite of just the vanilla.
That doesn't taste malted to me at all.
It tastes a little malted to me,
you?
but you're right. It's kind of weird.
It's not the worst though. Like, consistency-wise, it doesn't taste like cookie dough core. I fucking hate that stuff.
This was better than the last one, but it also wasn't. It's ice cream. You're going to enjoy this if you eat it. You're not going to be sad that you're eating this. You could be eating anything in the world, and it's this right now. You know what I mean? However, there's other ice cream on the shelf that you could have bought, and it's Haagen-Dazs, and it's Grater's, and it's Jenny's, and I would even take Ben & Jerry's cookie dough over that.
Oh, Ben & Jerry's cookie dough, not the cookie dough core, the cookie dough, it's good. It's great. I love their cookie dough.
It's excellent. All right.
And it's way denser.
So let me put this back in the fridge because I've been biting my tongue the whole episode.
I need a water.
Yeah, seriously, get hydrated.
But something's wrong because, like, I actually just, like, did the the per serving comparison because I still have some.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, so... Yeah, if you'll notice
I love that you said you were biting here and talking the whole time, but like you weren't.
But I wasn't. Yo, so as soon as I picked this shit up in the grocery store, I was like, hold the fuck on. When you picked up the Grater's in your hand, you felt like a home intruder comes in, I'm in the middle of eating this, I could take him down. You get your headshot with Grater's, they're going down. This wouldn't even leave a dent. All right, here's the numbers. So I was like, am I crazy? No, I'm not. A serving of Ben & Jerry's, Haagen-Dazs, Van Leeuwen, Grater's. They're all 2/3 of a cup. Unfortunately, this is the lightest of all of them. It is the lightest by far. 108 grams per serving for Van Leeuwen's. Compare that to, for example, Jenny's Gooey Butter Cake, 117 grams. Milk and Cookies, 135 grams. Haagen-Dazs, just plain vanilla, no chunks, no flakes, no extra density whatsoever, 129 grams. Grater's, Lucy, Grater's, 144 grams.
Let's go.
By far the biggest, most bang for your buck. Okay, then you can get into it more. So the malted cookie dough, which we just ate, had a very high fat content. The highest of all, actually, including the Grater's. However, I'm like a little suspicious that that's not in the ice cream itself, but rather the fudge chips and the cookie dough. Because of how effing light that texture
Yeah.
of the base is, I've got numbers. The graters, for example, 25 grams of fat per 144 grams, which is the serving size. That's a 17.3% fat content. That's really good. The malted cookie dough scored very well. It was 21 grams per 108, which is 19.4%. That's very high. But
There's
unfortunately,
far less in it.
there's way less in it, and a serving of the honeycomb was 16 grams per 108, which is 14.8%. So the lowest and the highest, so we'll cut them a little slack there. However, I was looking up, I was like, what is going on? Their CEO, Ben, said in an interview with Food Navigator, if I'm going to eat ice cream, I want 18% fat with lots of chocolate chips. This is a direct quote from Ben. And here he is putting something out with 14.8. Gooey butter cake, 16.3%. Milk and cookies, also 16.3%. The Haagen-Dazs vanilla, 17.8%. That Haagen-Dazs is up there. Can confirm.
I don't know. Are we happy about this? Like, we wanted to have more fat, right?
You want it to have more fat per bite, because otherwise you're just eating more air. That's why they don't call themselves premium, because they're not. They're pumping fucking air into this stuff. Even the malted cookie dough shake, which is a high percentage, it's still only 108 grams in the same one. I don't know what the math is on that. Let's do it. So there's 25% more air compared to graters. Come on, guys.
That's
what
crazy.
Are we doing?
And graters, we both ate so much of that ice cream, like, while we were talking. And, like, I looked down and I was like, it's just the beginning.
Just the beginning. Like,
and I didn't feel... This is the first time, actually, I felt like, okay, like, that is kind of... Like, I want water. I was like, I'm going to feel sick. It's too sweet. I need water.
Yep. While eating that, I had all this bias in my head already because I had read that, so I was, like, angry at them. I was like, what the fuck, guys? Especially because I have all this stuff about, oh, good. But they won't say the word premium. So I'm like, you guys know what you're doing. You're like trying to brand yourself as a super premium company, but you're not. And
how did they get themselves in that section?
They used to be. So I don't know this for sure, but there's an entire Reddit thread talking about what happened to Van Leeuwen's, which I read. I shouldn't have read it. I shouldn't have biased myself beforehand. But I was like, as soon as I picked them up, they were so light. I started looking into it. Apparently, they used to be denser, and people have receipts of like, they like, oh, I just got one from the old batch, and look how much heavier it is. Like, they apparently like changed the order of their ingredients. So it was like, one year it was like cream and then milk and then sugar. And now it's like milk, then cream, then sugar. In the U.S., the ingredient that comes, you have to list the ingredients in order of how much of it is in the thing. So whatever ingredient comes first, there's the thing you're eating is comprised primarily of that.
Grater's was the most expensive one so far. I think it was $8. Like, Jenny's maybe is like $7.99. But whatever. It was filled to the brim.
144 grams per serving. You're getting.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
For.
And then you're like, all right, yeah, I'll pay $1 or $2 more for that. And like, as the customer, you're like, it's only $1 or $2, and instead, you're probably gonna like lose customers. I've never met anyone who said, "Oh, Van Leeuwen's my favorite brand of ice cream," or "Carrie's my favorite flavor." Even. You're going to have to compete with Ben & Jerry's and Haagen-Dazs and these other brands that have been around for longer, and they are so high quality. Like, you're just not going to break in with a more innovative flavor, so the only thing you could do is go for quality.
Or branding.
Which they seem to be pretty good at.
Their branding kicks ass. Like, they've got these pastel colors. They really stick out on the shelf. They're funny. Mm-hmm. Their ingredient list is fucking awesome. I will give them that. It's 5 or 6 things that I know what they all are. I can pronounce them all. So I'm not.
And there was no emulsifiers, right?
No emulsifiers. So like, they are right on the borderline. They just need to whip 25% less air into their product and cut the sugar a little, and they're there.
I wonder if they like have it's sweeter because there's less fat in it. Like, have you had Halo Top or anything like that?
I have not, but low-fat milk by volume has way more sugar in it. I remember when I was eating the graters, and even the Haagen-Dazs, like, all those flavors were the perfect amount of sweetness where I could have eaten the whole pint and then not felt sick.
That was what was crazy about gooey butter cake. Like, that was sweet, but somehow it was like fine. You wouldn't eat it every day.
Pockets of sweet. It wasn't like the whole thing was all that
right.
sweet.
If you added salt or something savory to the honeycomb and kicked back the sugar a little bit, it would be good.
All right, so let's rate the malted cookie.
Also a 7.
Yeah, the flavor was a 7.
Maybe a 6.
Their branding's still a 10. Yeah, I didn't like the malted. I wish the whole time I was like, oh, I'd like this way more if it wasn't malted. Like, that's not a good thing. I'm like trying to be nice.
Right.
But like, we don't know these people anything. I'm giving it a
Well,
6,
that's what I'm saying.
you
Like
know?
when you were like, oh, like I don't fault them. Again, like that goes back to my thing about least favorite day. Like I actually do because like this is still like $5.40 something, $5.50 a pint. I did tamper my expectations because I was just like Graeter's, Jenny's, Haagen-Dazs. It was so good. Like I knew this wasn't going to compare, but I'm still sad, and I don't give them like that much grace because ice cream is a premium product, whether they claim it to be or not. It's dessert. It's like getting a bad pie or cake.
Yeah, you're buying something at the grocery store when you get ice cream that you don't need.
Wegmans brand, their like premium brand, it's like $2 or $3. Like if I'm still paying $6 for something like a pint, relax. Like that better be like, okay, this was worth it. I would never buy this again.
It's not a pint.
Say what now?
Yeah, so all right, so first I found out it's not a full pint, and then I was real mad, and then I found out that like everybody does that except Graeter's. Like Haagen-Dazs is not a full pint. I'm pretty sure Ben & Jerry's isn't a full pint either. It's
no,
like
they got to be
a little bit less. But Graeter's is a full pint, which made so then I was like, oh, all right, I can't be mad at Van Leeuwen because Haagen-Dazs does it too, and I do love Haagen-Dazs, but it made me appreciate Graeter's that much fucking more.
Right.
There is not a corner that was cut. They didn't cut.
I'm so glad because I feel like you were reluctant about them. Well, you couldn't find it also. Yeah. I could feel it. Like you were like, yeah, we'll get to it. And I was like, no. I'm glad. Yeah. Well, and I had only had that one flavor, but it wasn't a flavor I should have liked, and I love it. So I was like, I feel as if something is happening here.
Yeah, maybe part of the reason that I like them so much is I didn't have any expectations. I was like, Graeter's, I feel like I've heard of them. Like, I didn't really have high or low expectations for them, and they are the best. So then, like, with going into it with no expectations made it even better.
A pint, wait, I gotta look up, like, are Ben & Jerry's pints? I'm going to be so disappointed.
It might not be Ben & Jerry's, but I know for sure Haagen-Dazs is not.
Ben & Jerry's contain the standard 16 flavor. Okay, it's a full pint. Thank God.
So Haagen-Dazs is not.
Come on, Haagen-Dazs.
If it was just Van Leeuwen's, dude, I'm telling you, before I found out that other people did that too, I was like, what the I was all mad about it, just looking for something to be mad about. I was like, hey, it's fucking people. So, okay, Jenny's is a full pint. Ben & Jerry's is a full pint. Graeter's is a full pint, but Haagen-Dazs and Van Leeuwen are both 414 milliliters. I think I would give them a kind of mediocre brand score, like a Trader Joe's-esque brand score. No offense. Maybe one step up.
I feel more deceived, though.
I feel way more deceived. It is better, technically. Like, I would, if I was choosing between the two, I would definitely get Van Leeuwen's, wouldn't you?
Yeah, except, Trader Joe's is cheaper.
So
I wouldn't get Speculoos. Speculoos is literally still in my freezer.
Ouch.
I told you that earlier, but yeah.
Along with the least favorite day, what would you give Van Leeuwen's as a brand score? I'm thinking 6.
I'm thinking 6.
And like for some reason, I feel bad doing that. Like I had better expectations for this.
It's hard to be let down. The cookie dough texture wasn't bad, but like I just didn't like it, so it's hard to like.
Yeah, the base texture was
too fluffy. Base texture 4 easily, yeah.
Quality 8. Just because the ingredients are really high quality, I'll give them that. Like, okay, 7. We don't even have to give it a quality score. We can just say I don't know.
I think question marks all around. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a question mark for quality. How about that? Both of them. What?
Yeah.
What is happening? Confusion score very high. 10 in the confusion department.
Please, let's do that.
All right, we're creating a confusion category.
I can't remember why you and I started calling them Van Losers, but like...
Before we even had it, it just felt right. I'm leaving feeling disappointed and a little bit tricked because their marketing is so effing good. All right, so ice cream news. Got a few stories. Okay. The first one, we'll start with Van Leeuwen. Van Leeuwen is opening their first ever Miami location this Thursday, first day of spring. To celebrate the occasion, the shop will be giving out $1 scoops from noon until 2 p.m. on the opening date, plus free limited edition tote bags to the first 100 customers starting at noon.
Wait a second. On the first day of summer, Ben & Jerry's gives away free ice cream.
Yeah, these guys are giving out tote bags.
And Rita's Water Ice, free ice cream on the first day of spring. Or free water ice.
So our next story, Dairy Queen, celebrating the first day of spring with, you guessed it, free ice cream.
If it were... I'm just saying.
I like them less and less all the time.
I know. At least, yeah, their marketing is good. Like, the writing is at least cute.
They're witty. The pastel
I would take a
colors
Van Leeuwen
stick.
bag.
I would hire them to sell my product.
Very good. Exactly.
Or
Yes.
whoever they hired to do all of this branding. So the next story. So Publix is releasing a slew of flavors for the spring. Bananas Foster, Black Swamp Raspberry Cheesecake, Cinnamon Streusel Praline, Irish Cream
Ooh.
Salted Caramel, New Orleans Caramel Praline, Peanut Butter Pie, Strawberry Shortcake, and the s'more the merrier. Some of these flavors are returning award winners from past seasons. The Washington-based International Dairy Foods Association, the heroes that we need and do not deserve, hosts an ice cream and cultural innovation conference. And there's one coming to Fort Lauderdale, April 1st and 2nd, where ice cream and frozen dessert professionals, that's us, gather to discuss innovations, trends, and host awards. Some of the returning public flavors have won awards at this conference in the past, including the Irish Cream Salted Caramel and...
Oh, that's one flavor, Irish Cream Salted Caramel.
Yeah, all one. That sounds very
Ooh.
good. Black Swamp Raspberry Cheesecake and the Cinnamon Streusel all have won awards there in the past. And then our final story today...
A grave injustice.
A grave injustice. A little boy calls 911 after mom ate his ice cream. A 4-year-old.
That's amazing.
So, one 4-year-old Wisconsinite was not about to roll over when his mom helped herself to his ice cream. The Village of Mount Pleasant Police Department received a 911 call last Tuesday from a recalcitrant boy demanding that they come get my mommy, quote. What's the address of your emergency? Asked the operator. My mommy's been bad, said the boy in response. Okay, what's going on? Come and get my mommy, the boy said several times in a row. We tried to catch him. The mom apparently took the phone and said, we tried to catch him because he said he was going to call 911. I ate his ice cream, before she admitted, before interrupting her son's plea to have her arrested by hanging up on the operator.
Oh my god, my stomach hurts.
So apparently it's customary for 911 calls to be responded to if the caller hangs up abruptly like she did. So they actually responded and came knocking on the door. She answered the door and said, oh, it's the police. They came for real. Apparently the son used Siri to call 911. Apparently when the boy realized that the police had arrived, he took charge of the situation and demanding his mother be hauled off to the slammer because she ate his ice cream. Amazing. Two days later, they returned with ice cream for the young boy.
The police did?
The police did, yeah. They brought him some.
That's actually really sweet.
They asked the boy if he
like,
preferred replacement ice cream over his mother's arrest, and he reluctantly admitted that, in fact, was preferable to pressing charges. Yo, that kid for president. Nobody's gonna take advantage of him.
That kid for president.
Nobody's gonna push him around in the negotiating table. Absolutely not.
My
His mom
mommy's
made
been
ice
bad.
cream. He's like, fuck that. Arrest this lady right now. Somebody put her in cuffs.
And he had Siri do it.
Yeah, this guy has a real sense of justice that I think
It's
the world needs
amazing.
right now.
Like, I'm actually tears because that feeling is so horrible. When
Yeah.
you're waiting for something and then you go and, like, somebody else ate it.
Yeah, incarceration is what they deserve.
I, like, felt that in my soul.
Yeah. You took from me my ice cream, and I will take from you your liberty. She
Arrest
is
my
a
mom.
danger to society and needs to be removed. She's a menace to the public.
The little kid calls. He's like, she could do it to anyone. Like, I just want
you could
save
be
her
next.
space.
She's the next Netflix documentary.
They call her, like, the ice cream snatcher.
Yeah, unhinged psychopath goes around eating other people's ice cream.
Ben & Jerry's new instant delivery. Order now.
Instant delivery.
Please.
Also, I've been keeping an eye out for their Sundays.
Haven't seen him yet.
I've not seen them. Where do you get those?
Well, sometimes it takes like a long time. Okay, wait, I am so glad we're doing this. I've never had somebody else understand my life so much. Like, this is what was happening to me with the Coors. I was waiting for the Coors ice cream to come out. And so, like, big anticipation. Like, I saw that they had come out. I was like checking my grocery store all the time. And so then when it happened, I was like, let's go in the parking lot. And then I was like, what the fuck is
Honestly,
this?
that kind of hype is dangerous. Sometimes it delivers. Oh, to the swirl delivered. I was looking forward to it for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then it delivered.
I can't believe you ate it with. I was like so excited to experience you experiencing it.
The spirit of ice cream came over me. I could not help myself.
I understand.
But then, like other times when the anticipation's building and it's not like this. This is pretty good ice cream, but Like, there's so much hype around this brand. The marketing is excellent. It's a high price
Yeah.
point. And then you eat it and it's like, where's my ice cream? I think that if you're somebody who does not eat a lot of ice cream, you could be convinced, for lack of context, that this is really good.
But that is literally why we're doing this. Because we don't want...
People.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're doing it for the science and for the good of mankind because
We really are.
I think everyone should know what's the best
they
out
really
there.
should. Until next week. Peace.
Peace.